explained his interest of wanting to get involved and have a conversation with me. He was from Chicago. I was in the fit. I was in the fit. When I traveled to Chicago, California, Denver, New York, uh, Detroit, South Carolina, Atlanta, I traveled alone. I had people all over the world that love me, different reasons, respect me, and that's how I travel. I'm frequently in LA, frequently here, frequently there, by myself. I have a extended family. I have y'all seen me on there with a barber in Vegas that I told y'all cut my hair for 15 years. Do you think I'm new to Vegas? For 15 years. Larry wasn't even out there then. I have extended family out there. I'm always out there. You've never met that part of the family. Not one time. I keep people separated for certain reasons. Did I have a lot of love for Larry? I had tremendous love for this guy. I took in his family like it was my family. Never ever. Can you know the funny part about being mad and having a fight, right? You could be mad and have a fight, but you know what the funny part about it is? When you be mad and have a fight, when it's a person that's really not for you, you're gonna hear every goddamn thing they said about you. And you know the person that's really for you, you ain't gonna hear shit. They only gonna talk about what he said about you. So I say that point because I put out a video 2 days ago that was aching me heavily. It was weighing heavy on me because I don't bring stuff like this to YouTube for the clown ass tone too that think you getting on the channel, and I'm frequently in Cali. So you met me in Cali, around the corner from your crib. You don't get on here playing no goofy for nobody you don't really know. Second, I on here, I'm on here. I address one person, a man, that could address me back. But before it went on live, I called this man on a phone, had a conversation. The first thing I said on that phone, yo, I'm getting ready to give you some real good shit. Get your wife on the phone because I want her to hear from your big brother. You can take this advice or you can let it the fuck go. You know what he did? He let it go. He hung up. I have a person that's gonna come and tell it all in about a week. Y'all want that same person everybody looking for, Mr. Levi. He gonna bust a whole. He gonna ask a whole lot of questions and gonna fuck the YouTube streets up with a lot of history. Y'all want to see a whole lot of backbite lies and a lot of truth talk. So I'm gonna leave it there. So I ain't gonna put too much of that man business out. But one thing he can attest to everything I fucking tell y'all, I ain't got nothing but the truth. And this man cousin. See, I don't knock nobody for knocking R. Kelly. You never see me say, "Oh, you for R." I tell you what I stand for. I don't fuck with people that pedophile, that fuck with kids, do this, do that. Me, not no, I ain't convincing nobody else. My problem was R. Kelly. I came on this motherfucker for R. Kelly. Period. And the motherfuckers that was in my way doing that. And the ones that was in my way ain't on YouTube. None of them was on YouTube. I met with them in the street. I didn't meet Dawn on YouTube. I met Dawn face to face in Chicago in the street. I met the real manager in the streets. Everybody you could think of that was around him, I saw them in the streets in Chicago and in different states. Me pulling up. That's what that's called. So I don't have to get on here and fucking lie. Nobody was with me. I didn't get no goddamn funding. Wasn't no PPPs. Wasn't no goddamn nothing else around. You had a man that ran businesses and worked his ass off for what? His goddamn family. That's all I was. That's all I am. I don't have to get up here and perpetrate, play no dumbass games, and I never got on this thing and asked for a pity party. Y'all watched my house. Y'all read some of the goddamn dangerous threats that came upon me at my house. My house. My house. Same shit that you heard the next day to say, oh, the Clary's gonna sell their home. That means we own the motherfucker. So let's say
Pamela, I don't know if you got to finish listening to the audio, What he said just now was that in a couple weeks, I'm guessing Levi is supposed to come tell it all, and he's supposed to come, I guess, back up some of the stuff that he's saying. But I don't know what happened to him.
My house. You heard that devastating shit that happened. You never see me get on here and say, hey, y'all need cash that somebody help me. This is not what I was for. I'm not in this shit for that. I,
I'm confused because they said on the media that that was an Airbnb, but he's saying that it was their house. But on the news, they said it was an Airbnb, and they also said that the vehicle was the parents. When the mom called into the 911 call, she said the same thing, that it was her car. But now they're saying that it was Azriel's car. I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys keep listening. I'm not gonna interrupt. I'm gonna just talk at the end.
think money becomes the root of all evil. And see, I come from money from a long, early life in my lifetime. I jumped on the streets and was very blessed and successful for a long time until I had to pay my debt. And what I did, bossed in, bossed out. Pretty. All this goofy shit these people doing, that's fine. They say I left this dude, I did this. Let's get to the fucking real lives. My
Mm-hmm.
problem with this shit is you got people that call themselves from day one, right? But they act like they forget everything up until this point.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to this. If anything Larry did was put his time in, he fought hard. You always heard me say that. But one thing you know about, I want to acknowledge is this. Angelo sat from the beginning at his goddamn table with his wife, his family right there. You don't want to get in this shit. This shit messy. It's dangerous, and they don't play no games, bro. And I don't want to bring that to your family. He had whatever agenda he wanted it. I thought he was burnt. I thought his heart was fucking in it. As I see now, when some tension comes, when some pressure comes, this is what you do. See, pressure shows your real intent on everything you do in life. So now what I'm saying is a they told me their personal things that happened in their life. And guess what? I'm gonna go to the grave with it. It ain't
Right.
for everybody business. You know how
Right.
much shit we discuss? Have you ever heard me discuss anything outside or inside a Laurie household or anything we discuss other than YouTube?
Nope.
See, I don't. This fugazi, goofy shit that they got going on over there, yada yada, and rapping, and everybody's yelling, and so y'all don't even know who the fuck y'all repping. Y'all sitting there repping a motherfucker who telling you whatever he want to hear in your head, and y'all motherfuckers going for it. See, I was a
Mm-hmm.
boss from a baby on up. They called me the little leader. You know why? Because you couldn't feed me shit.
Mm-hmm.
If it smelled funny, it was shit, and that's it. So when I
Well, I'm sorry, Angelo. I gotta say this. Well, the lady who you claim you wrote the letter to send Azriel on the plane, how you couldn't see that she didn't work for Sony? That you said you see shit from a mile away. That don't make no sense. But I'm gonna let the audio keep playing.
sit there with a man and I see some shit that's not adding up, excuse my French, I'm a step away. I'm a step away. When I start throwing out seeds and I hear what I talk to you in confidence coming on the YouTube channel, I already know who put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all know how long I let that letter go on for about a year? I'm the only one knew where that letter came from. That's why I laughed and let all everybody from Dana, all of them lie about where it came from, this and that. I sent the letter. I'm the one who gave the letter to them.
Mm.
See, I'm the one who did that. I know where shit come from. I know where shit come from. When my daughter picture came up with her kissing R. Kelly, I know how the fuck Cash Jones got that motherfucking picture. I know how to get that. I know how she got that. You understand? She got that about Angelo. So when that hit, and then it went to Block, and Block had it in his possession from the anonymous fucking email, I knew who sent it. I knew. And it wound up being longer than what I thought. But I had to cut it. And our first thing I did was got on there and apologize to the people, to all the people, all the queens that came to me and tried to win.
Angelo, let me jump in real quick, Angelo. They're asking in the chat what letter you were referring to.
That was just the permission letter, the letter that had somebody from the label watched over my guardian, my daughter, for a month and a half till her 18th birthday. You know, when they tried to make that into this big thing, you know, and I gave my daughter the R. Kelly and all this goofy shit. So you know, it is what it is.
So this is Miss Della, Angelo.
How you doing, Hey, and I want to address something.
I want to thank you, Angelo. I want to thank you for doing TeamTruth, and I also want to thank you for this being a courageous dad. The way a lot of people over the world saw how much determination you had to go get your daughter. I just wanted to tell you that if I never talk to you ever again, that thank you for what you do. Thank you for all you do.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But let me tell you something. I couldn't have made this to YouTube. I knew nothing about it. Tim Savage, the one that helped me, walk me through. And through this YouTube shit, we wind up going to war. You know, it's just different things that I'm going to stand for, certain things I'm not. You know, understand? I went against him, a father in pain. And it hurt me all the time because I fucked with him. I fucked with him daily, and I can't apologize enough for it. But I kind of stand for what I stand for. And what I stood for was I wasn't seeing a guy that was innocent, that I witnessed the whole shit, that going to go to jail for nothing. And I had to speak up. Rather than R. Kelly's side or not, I had to stand up and say, nah, yo, I'm not with that. I don't play that game. If it was something, the man did something to you and it was true, I mind my business. But I'm not going to see a man go to jail for nothing. I never been in no shit like that. And so I had to stand up, and it broke a relationship between me and Tim. And I get it. I get it. And I can't apologize to him enough. But this is who I am. This is my DNA. So when I take a motherfucker and I meet you and I bring you in, my smirk circle is really motherfucking small, but it is very, very deep. And when I allow somebody to come in my circle, I don't play backdoor games. That's some shit they used to. I don't play them games. So when you sitting there, you gotta tell the internet, it's me. I did this. I did that. I did that. Why you don't say? Angelo said, don't. Angelo said, don't. Don't. Angelo said. Angelo said, I got goofy texting me right now. This is crazy.
I was gonna say you sound distracted.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out why these niggas feel like they need to say anything to me. Like, really.
Yeah, they all in the chat giving us reports on Larry's page. We don't care what Larry and his minions are doing over there.
So what I'm saying is, when a dude sit there and say what he did for you, right? He did this, he did that, right? You ain't do shit for me. You should have said, Lo told me over and over to your followers. Lo told me to stay the fuck out this fight. Now, one time he said that. But he keeps saying, me, I fought for his family. You fought for your motherfucking channel. Right. I fought for my motherfucking family.
Right.
I didn't get on his live because I had my own YouTube platform. I made my own IG. I got almost 20,000 followers on there. What the fuck would I need to go on his channel for 100 fucking people in the thing or 200 times when I get 800 to 1,000 people if I go live? Make that shit make sense. You know, what the fuck do I got? I don't give a fuck what he made off that channel. What I gave a fuck about was the bullshit behind the scenes. So when motherfuckers say, yo, you ain't had this conversation, I had the conversation. So tell Larry to tell another motherfucking lie about the goddamn truth. And on that conversation, you hung up and ran with a fucking lie. And that man tried to explain it that was on the phone that you did not hear what the fuck you said, and it was a lie, and you fucking still stuck with it because you didn't want to face it. And then you talked about me behind my back to everybody. You got all these fucking clowns and these motherfucking dickweeds running around as your minions. Y'all got to be the stupidest motherfuckers in the world. If y'all think y'all know more about Larry than me, you dumb as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's first and foremost. So if I say something to him, then shut the fuck up and mind your goddamn business.
Boom.
Let him speak to me.
Yes.
This wasn't for no motherfucking body else on the internet. This was for him. He know what the fuck it is. He know where it lies, and he know he can address it at any motherfucking time. You know why he don't? Because people don't like to be hit with the truth. What y'all women right now is doing is no more than all these victims doing on this case. They telling the motherfucking side of their truth. Rather he got a different side, we gonna all see in court. I do not never motherfuckers for supporting them. Support them all the way to the end.
All the way.
All here and hear the truth. Y'all sitting here on a panel speaking about a man that was near and dear to me. About his truth. I didn't even know half this shit. And let's clear this up. Neil and Mocha is in this chat, right?
Yep.
And I have Goddess on here. Goddess, when the last time I talked to you?
December 2019.
December what?
2019.
Thank you, Queen. And the day was the first day we spoke.
Yep.
Me and Mocha, I ain't tried to talk to them since whenever they last brought me their shit about Larry. We tried to work it out, but it didn't work out and they went their own way. That was it. I don't play the back fighting shit. I heard the story. I heard the one side story from him. I try to make amends. I never get into this little goofy shit. That's why I did not know. Miss Kim, I never even heard about the rent shit. When I heard about it, it fucked me up. I apologize because as much shit as I did on here, you never heard me talk about it. That's not what people do. And that was not what TeamTruth did. So when motherfuckers talk around this motherfucker doing goofy shit, all shit about my daughter, certain shit popping up on the channel, you think I'm stupid? I ran a whole motherfucking big district of niggas who always tried to get over and do some shit that they thought you wasn't up with. So why the fuck would you think I would be asleep on YouTube? You think I don't know when something come out that nobody could get that information but this person because you want to get commentary or this and that? This is my goddamn family. I don't play none of these goddamn games. And he know the goddamn violation that I'm really pissed off at him. And I didn't speak on it then, and I'm not going to speak on it now. But don't keep getting on here with your followers and let these goofy motherfuckers think you find it. And let me get this. You finance me? Because I heard Miss Brooke get on there saying, you finance me? Explain to the people when the fuck you finance me, nigga. Stop all these goofy ass lies. These people ain't telling all these. This about 15, 20 people say the same thing. They ain't lying. I'll let you get away with all this shit. I hate that shit from the start. I just didn't feed into it because you running the channel. You doing your thing. I never got into your YouTube money, business, none of that shit. Until it affected me. And I spoke briefly, straight to you, straight to the point what it was. So you getting on here lying to these motherfuckers, telling them all this shit and all this shit. And let me explain this to you, man. Me and Tune ain't never had no motherfucking conversation. And he said, I'm going to go tell my man that this is shit. All this goofy gangster shit y'all got going on, y'all play that shit. You can laugh, act like it, this and that. Play that shit. But let me know when y'all motherfuckers really want to dance. And I guarantee you this one, you won't get no plan out of me. So play stupid for a nigga y'all don't know, and let him eat y'all up these dumbass face gestures, the little laugh. Nigga, don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Larry, you want to come in the chat and say that we're complaining about you? But if you wouldn't do
let me give you this though. That's all that shit y'all said. Y'all are queens. Y'all already know. I don't have to get into this. Queens know what other women do. You on this motherfucker, everything you said on this whole YouTube for the last 2 days was, they just said, oh, Angelo hate me. Why the fuck would I hate him? I just like the shit you did, and that you didn't stand up as a man on the phone and have a conversation before this shit even came to you two. Because you don't want to hear your truth. I had nothing to do with all these channels coming at you. You went at these people.
Exactly.
I did email, God is going live. She tired of lying shit. This is your doing.
Yep.
I didn't even know you reached out to her trying to put together this format of all the YouTube channels coming together. That's some shit in your head. That's what this got to do. It got to eliminate me when you dealing with the ops, and it got to do with motherfuckers still disrespecting my daughter. My daughter. My motherfucking flesh and blood. Understand that. Understand that. And all my kids together. All my motherfucking kids. And I got 4 different goddamn baby mothers. And 3 kids by my wife. And all my kids is tight. Make no mistake. You see me, I give you pictures from kids to grown motherfuckers to yesterday. Kids, pictures with me and my kids. So all that fucking goofy shit y'all running around and fantasizing with and happy, be happy. But don't put Angelo in your fucking lives and make me into no petty motherfucker for a motherfucker who won't stand up and tell the truth. The truth is, stand the fuck up and tell them all them motherfucking backstab lies you told everybody, convinced everybody, just like the young lady here that got on here that didn't even, the young queen didn't even know you was locked up. But she did remember when you said Angelo seeks you out. Like you got on your other fucking videos and all this shit and the shit that the boat she just played today and Dana on his motherfucking channel talking about on somebody else live talking about he was Larry knew him when he talked to me. Y'all think that's a problem? Larry knew Dana when he talked to me, and they got these goofy motherfuckers on my channel or saying something to me. I didn't say it. Dana said it. Dana said it. See, this is different. Anything that I say to you, Mr. Niece, what I say to you, to Nia Mocha, I say to Larry first. If I'm mad with Larry about something, I address him first. Y'all might hear the second part of it when I talk to y'all. But I don't talk behind his back. I tell him first. He can lie. He can play all these dumbass games. He know where it came from. He had a plan. He executed his plan. He opened up his own shit. He could have been did that. Had nothing to do with me. But don't backstab me and make me and my family traumatized. And I'm going to say this one more time for all you goofy motherfuckers that don't know. Y'all may see Larry as whatever y'all see Larry. But make no mistake. You motherfuckers don't know Larry better than I know Larry. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Besides his best friends and people that grew up with him and his family, you motherfuckers on YouTube, not now one of you motherfuckers know that man more than me. And he better keep that in his fucking mind when you got these dumbass fucking minions of yours keep motherfucking saying foul shit. And you can play like you don't know what the fuck going on, but you behind all the songs. Play that shit with somebody goofy. And all that shit about this gangster shit from fucking lying ass man Dana, listen, don't even text me, bro. Because yo, you goofy. And that the video you put up there, I caught that too. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about a thing. And I ain't getting on here whooping and none of that dumb goofy shit you do. But I am disappointed with some of the motherfucking men over there that had so much to say in the chats. And now y'all posted that. In my
I want to say this. I want to say something regarding Tune also. So I'm in LA as well. I believe he is because he.
They got on here that didn't even, the young queen didn't even know you was locked up, but she did remember. That's him first. Y'all might hear the second part of it when I talk to y'all, but I don't talk behind his back. I tell him first. He can lie. He can play all these dumbass games. He know where it came from. He had a plan. He executed his plan. He opened up his own shit. He could have been did that. Had nothing to do with me. But don't backstab me and make me and my family traumatized. And I'm going to say this one more time for all you goofy motherfuckers that don't know. Y'all may see Larry as whatever y'all see Larry. But make no mistake. You motherfuckers don't know Larry better than I know Larry. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Besides his best friends and people that grew up with him and his family, you motherfuckers on YouTube, not now one of you motherfuckers know that man more than me. And he better keep that in his fucking mind when you got these dumbass fucking minions of yours fucking saying foul shit. And you can play like you don't know what the fuck going on, but you behind all the songs. Play that shit with somebody goofy. And all that shit about this gangster shit from fucking lying ass man Dana. Listen, don't even text me, bro. Cause yo, you goofy. And that the video you put up there, I caught that too. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about a thing. And I ain't getting on here whooping or none of that dumb goofy shit you do. But I am disappointed with some of the motherfucking men over there that had so much to say in the chats. And now y'all posted that. In my
I want to say this. I want to say something regarding Tune also. So I'm in LA as well. I believe he is because he hit me up a couple times on IG. I think asking me to meet up with him. He wanted to meet, and I wasn't feeling it, and I just wasn't feeling comfortable. And I'm glad I didn't. I understand he's over there talking shit too. My thing is, we are women. Like, if I don't want to meet up with you, like, you should be able to respect that. And like, we could have kept messaging each other, and maybe things would have softened up. But that told me that your agenda was not legit. Like, I felt like I was trying to be set up for something. So like, and yes, you are playing victim, little grown boy. You're definitely playing victim like you always do. And why you even over here? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, he just wants any attention.
But that's my thing. If he want to get on his vessel, get on his vessel. Don't play these little.
Do we want him on here? I don't even know if I want him on here. Because he lies. Everything is a lie.
God is your channel. I can't tell you what to do. What I'm telling you is, I came over here because I don't want to involve my personal people that's on IG to witness mess. When they looked at me as this man as a close friend of mine and other shit. I don't listen, there's so much shit that I got headaches behind this shit. I don't play no games. I don't try to lie, and I don't bash no. Listen, Mr. Nisha bashed me, my daughter. You ain't never heard me make a comment about her. Because you know why? I'm a goddamn man, a king, and he understand where the pain was coming from. So I had to remain humble and say, you know what, I'm going to get with her. When I get a chance, I'll call her. I'm going to talk to her. You think how many Mr. Nisha, not the first, just about 4 or 5 other people I had to reach out to and talk to them. And you know what? I was wrong. I can admit my wrong. Nick at night, then I had to blow out. I ain't had shit to do with that. But guess what I did? I apologized to her. I apologized to her because I got out of character with a queen. Like, this goofy shit, this ain't me. I don't do this. I don't play these little fake games. This is a real life situation. And just like what Will said with these guys, right? And that dude is completely on the other side. But when a motherfucker speaks man shit, I can repeat man shit. And when he said they ain't followers, they fucking fanatics. They don't even understand what the fuck they following no more. He talked about them like dirty dogs. And that's what they need to register in their goddamn head. People are looking at y'all like y'all are fucking sick individuals.
Yes.
And you know how they looking at this shit right now? When y'all running around saying, oh, I'm lying. I don't give a fuck if you learn. I didn't have it ever in my life. Have I showed any ill will to Larry, his family, or any motherfucking thing? Whatever Larry got going on, Larry got going on. If there ain't no business me and him talking about, I'm not with it. But for a motherfucker to backstab me and think you're doing some slick shit by pussy, you can't embarrass me, nigga. I done owned businesses since I was 15 motherfucking years old. Businesses. You niggas is goofy, man. Goofy. I done probably had more fucking titles and deeds than probably had you motherfuckers lived in apartments. Fuck is you talking about? That y'all goofy. Goofy. And for the ones that need to know what all the noise is, that's me one of these motherfucking tractor trailers that everybody talking about on the motherfucking internet. That I sit in and push around and get my bread off. Think you motherfuckers need to know that. Motherfuckers talk shit, I'ma live it. So y'all gotta stop listening to some goofy shit that motherfuckers keep telling y'all and start looking at where the source of motherfucker who really doing.
Exactly.
I don't go ahead and display shit, but I had to clear this up because I see all these YouTubers going at all this OPOC or whatever the fuck they call
COVID,
running their goddamn house about shit they don't know.
Listen, I just put a comment up because I think it's important. So, little grown boy. So he says, "Look, I am good. I have relationships with every parent, every victim. They know how hard I fought for them, and that's all that matters." Okay. So, and he's laughing. He thinks this is funny, but what he does, what you don't realize.
Hold on. Let me tell you this. So
Go
when
ahead.
he say hard and he fought, motherfucking same people fought for your family when motherfucking devotion. I ain't even gonna repeat that foul shit he said about your goddamn daughter and your fucking wife, nigga, and your fucking jazz. When I told you don't put jazz on the motherfucking internet, but you put it up there any motherfucking way, and then they attacked her. Nigga, you got self-inflicted shit that you want internet to pay for. Nigga, I told you, I said don't put your shit on the internet. You know what you did? What the fuck you wanted to do? So now you sitting around there talking all this motherfucking bullshit. You fought for what family? Nigga, every family you met that was close came through me. Nigga, you didn't know none of them motherfucking people. You wasn't on the ground. Every motherfucking commentary you got was from me. So what the fuck is you talking about? You didn't put in extra work, nigga. We put in work together. You wanted this internet shit. I didn't. So guess what? You got it. So live it. Nigga, stop saying what the fuck you did for somebody. You did it for your goddamn self.
Right.
You was able to live off of what you was doing, spending your time on your YouTube channel. I still went out there and did what the fuck I had to do for my family. I wasn't making shit off this. So stop the fucking line and the goofy ass shit you did this. You did what, nigga? If I gave you no commentary, you wouldn't have shit.
Exactly. That's my point. He rolled you
my motherfucking daughter. My daughter ain't stayed out your fucking house for no 2 goddamn weeks, nothing.
And she ain't been on the
cash app for every day she was out there, 2 fucking jazz for anything that was spent or had to be spent. And nigga, I came right back out there because we was leaving to go to LA. But she wound up detouring and we went to Chicago. So count the days of that and her birthday. And she stayed at a fucking Airbnb for her birthday. Fuck out of here, bro. Like, yo, you on some real goofy shit, man. You on some real.
I don't remember her being on his channel, Angelo. I don't remember Azriel being on Larry's channel. Was she on his channel?
No, she never been on that channel. I told him she wasn't going to be on the channel. And he got salty about that.
Because people were waiting on that.
That's $10,000 a fucking interview. Not to put my daughter's fucking information out there. What the fuck was she going on YouTube because we friends? That don't make sense. It's business. She got a business to maintain. She like any other motherfucker that's in the industry trying to eat. You got a child. You know how your son start getting them checks. You got to keep the checks first. You had your fucking child on there because that's a friend. People don't do. You see Jay-Z pull up because that's his friend and he gonna do an event for free. Right? It's business. So all this goofy ass shit, I don't mind his relationship. But what I do mind is when a motherfucker cross the line. See, one thing I'm never gonna do is cross the line with a man in his family. And what I ain't gonna do is sit there and lie and tell no Mr. Niece Angelo and his daughter was fighting over R. Kelly phone call, which is a fucking lie. Me and my daughter had blowouts. We had blowouts all the fucking time. I ain't leaving my daughter no motherfucking way. Make no mistake. My daughter stayed because her and Jazz was tight, and her and Jazz wanted to hang out a little bit more, and I had to come right back out there to go to a fucking meeting in LA. So if you're gonna tell it right. Don't give a fuck what you got going on. Don't fucking lie to me and my family and benefit, and then play the fucking victim. Own your shit, nigga.
Is that who is Jazz? His oldest daughter? Oh wait, hold on. Let me get Mr. Niece was on mute. Hold on a second. Go ahead, Mr. Niece.
No, I was just cutting off, girl. I was saying, own your shit, nigga. Own your shit.
And I want this clear. I want this clear. Because Mr. Niece never told me this. I had to hear this. She didn't call me up behind Larry back and say, hey, he was asking me for money. I'm just hearing it. Because this how far I mind my motherfucking business. What Larry was doing in the chat, I never knew none of that shit. When they came at me, I was like, listen, that's y'all thing. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But ask them what I said to him. Y'all talked about Larry with the credit and all this shit, fixing people credit. Guess what I tell him? Ask him what I told him. Don't
he ain't gonna tell us.
Get the fuck off the internet. Don't do it. Don't put yourself in that predicament, bro. Leave that shit alone. So if a nigga ain't gonna give me my truth, then stay the fuck away from it. So what do we got to talk about? Because if you're gonna lie, then keep lying to your people because you need them. I ain't gonna lie about shit. And he know I ain't even going deep with these goofy motherfuckers that's following him. But they gonna get the answer prize. Y'all motherfuckers gonna get an answer prize. Y'all keep being fool, keep being dummies for some motherfucking body. I just stay the fuck in my lane and I mind my business. I got my daughter and I still had a fight because there was so many other people that were still victims. But if they think I'm gonna be in this fucking gang shit, I ain't getting on the gang in the street. The fuck I look like getting on the internet and hang with the Larry gang. That's the most ignorant shit in the world. Who the fuck run a channel? You supposed to be my brother, and these motherfuckers block me because I made a comment on your page. Who the fuck? You think I'm ever gonna go on your page? Man, you goofy. They say I used him. How the fuck did I use somebody that wasn't on YouTube when I met him? See, all these day ones out here keep saying I'm a day one. But if you're a day one, then you know Larry ain't had no motherfucking YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even tell you his fucking IG. Me and him talked about how he was going to do his IG. So all that goofy shit today, I knew Larry. You ain't know Larry shit. Fuck out of here. But you know, one thing about it, I know when to back off. And I know me to keep my manhood and keep everything that I stand for the fuck away from me. So I'm going to stay in my motherfucking lane away from Daisy shit. So that way, a motherfucker can't mix me in no other bullshit. And for you motherfuckers that think looking up my shit and putting something out, please put it out. I paid taxes for the last motherfucking about 17, 18 years. I don't give two fucks. And one thing about anybody that takes, including the people, I don't change my motherfucking attitude. It is what it is. So that shit y'all running around hijacking people, scaring people, that's some fucking police shit. Y'all play them games. I don't. I could give two fucks. Period.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. Look, I appreciate all of that.
I gotta get up. Get this other guy real quick. Get him loaded up. I'm good. Understand that I'm good. And anything y'all just for me, my number do not change. It's the same number. I answer the phone call from the ops to this to that, all of it.
Somebody just asked you, Miss, what is it, Miss Fernanda? You must be late because they're asking, does Angelo really know why Larry reached out to him? Angelo addressed that Larry reached out to him. So Larry reached out to you after the docu-series, right?
Yes, he reached out to Clary. He reached out to me. I didn't know how the fuck would I know Larry? Well, he wasn't no YouTuber. I didn't even watch YouTube.
Okay.
Ask Tim tried to get us to open up a channel for almost 6 months before we even met. Why even met Larry? Ask Tim how many times like y'all can't get on that shit. This and that.
So we got somebody in the chat, in the backstage. Shina Speaks. I'm not very familiar, but who wants to, anybody? Okay, let's just let her in. What's happening?
Hello, Goddess. How are you? This is your channel.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Denise, I heard what you said. Miss Denise was talking to me about reporting an individual that's been harassing me nonstop. And it's just not stopping. And so I'm sitting here in your chat listening to what everybody's saying, and this stuff is unbelievable. Like, when I reached out to you, Angelo, it was about, telling my story to help victims or survivors, not to get attacked by these people. And all along, I thought it was your team, but it was this team on YouTube that was coming after me and my child. And I don't know what to say about this. This is a lot.
Nobody should be going through it.
Only thing I'm gonna tell you, like I've been trying to tell you, you know how I paid for it. I could have been showed receipts, anything I gave you, all that. You never seen that on the internet. You never seen nothing that was official from me to you.
No, not from you.
Never. You never. Not even from Sean. Never, she's not gonna do that.
I had a problem with Sean when she came out here.
Listen, you may have a problem with it. What I'm saying is your stuff did not hit the internet.
Not by you, sir.
I paid for it. And what I do for people, I leave it just like that. I never said nothing to you about it. I heard all the shit that was going on, this and that. I never got into it. You are a woman. You was hurt, whatever you was, it was. That's some woman stuff. You and Sean, I didn't get into it. That's some woman stuff.
Yes.
I didn't even try to film you after that. I had a whole film team. We got a whole roll of TeamTruth film, all types of stuff that we ain't even released yet. But I didn't even do it because it became a problem too quick. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to leave them alone. And I let it go. But you could have reached out to me at any time. We could have cleared it up. My name, at least.
You know what? I was actually scared to reach out to you, to be honest with you. I was actually scared to reach out to you because I didn't know where everybody was coming from. You know, like these women was coming at me ever since I've been on YouTube, and they had TeamTruth behind their name. And it was just like everything was connected. But Miss Denise was telling me that it's some good people and it's some bad people on TeamTruth. So I was listening to what she was saying when she was telling me it was some good women on TeamTruth, but the ones that was coming after me was not connected to these good women that Miss Denise was talking about.
Okay, listen, only thing I could do is apologize for my behalf. I wasn't in none of it. But
no,
anytime somebody is affected by something, I start. Because this is why I apologize. Let me tell everybody why I always apologize. Because at the end of the day, no matter what go on, if I would have never said yeah to Larry, it would have never been the YouTube, and none of this would be going on. Nobody be hurt. All this to this level be done. And I'm not blaming him. I'm blaming myself. Understand it. See, I could take blame. Because I know when I should have did something completely different. And what I should have did was went with my first instinct and left this shit here alone. And Larry would have disciplined whatever he was doing, that would have been fine. We'd have probably had an outside relationship outside of this shit. Or we might not. And that would have been fine. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. So when I apologize because all this shit started from me agreeing to something I shouldn't.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I apologize.
No, you good, Queen. You was emotional.
Well, this is what I'm saying, Angelo. I do owe you a apology because
I allowed it to
yeah, and you did ask me to call the show, and I apologize to you because I was trying to reach out to you when I was doing those videos, and I didn't know how. Like, I was literally scared. Like, what is this YouTube stuff? Why is they putting my face on monkeys? Why is they bringing my name up everywhere? I couldn't get an understanding, and I was seeing them do it to Miss Denise too. And I'm thinking, what did I do so bad to Angelo and his team when I had a relationship with Sean to be going through this?
And this what you gotta understand, Queen. That face wasn't the face when you was laying there with you and your daughter smiling that you sent me from the hotel room.
No.
It never came out. So you had to know none of this was for me. I don't do that. That was
I just knew everybody was connected.
And that was sacred to you. So I left that there.
I appreciate that, Angelo. I appreciate that.
Okay. So that's what I'm telling you. Like with Sean, listen, Sean is a saint. I don't know how people get on her bad side, but it's fine. You know, I don't get to it. She fight her own battle. And guess what? Just like her, she'll tell you, just like anybody that's close to me, I tell her, don't get into that shit. Don't fuck off with that. Don't get into this. Blah, blah, blah. That's it. Now, if you go across that, you got your own fight to do. And that's how it was. So you and her, y'all had a lot of conversations. I never got into it. But y'all got to go into that. But I could tell you one thing. Your real receipts didn't come from me, nor Sean.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm not going to stay on your panel that long. I just wanted to come on here and address some things and let Miss Denise know that I do be watching her videos and seeing what they're doing to her too. And I did go make a police report. I went and made a police report.
You know what, Shayna? Every dog has their day, and they vicious, and that's another reason why Angelo detached himself. Because if you here to fight you fighting for victims. Why are they doing malicious and criminal stuff? They obsessed with me. They've been obsessed with me. And it's I know the main one. I know the main one. And see, that's because they have nothing else to do. They eat, sleep, and breathe YouTube. Every time I go live, when y'all think I'm being funny, if they was changing the baby, they gonna drop the damn pamper just to come and run to record my video, to do this, to do that. But none of that got to me because guess what? They did the ultimate. They tried to do the ultimate, which can turn that 18 months into 18 years. And they could be charged as well. So, and you sometimes you just gotta let them fall in their own trap. You see Larry that fell in his trap, and he not finished falling because he did major stuff. And see, to investigate that whole team, I know damn well it's going to be some people going up the road with him. That it might not be just 18 months because once you get a charge put on you in jail, you don't come back out after the 18 months to fight the case. You got to stay in there because it's based on what you're in there for. You're still scamming and setting up. This is what he's about. He never was about them victims.
But listen,
how can me and you be a victim, Shayna? How can we be a victim of theirs? But they fighting for victims.
Exactly.
So they show everybody on YouTube that they not in it for what they say they in it for. This is a money scheme with Larry. He's money hungry. He's a manipulator and he's money hungry.
Listen, I can't tell y'all females what to do, right? Y'all point. What I'm asking y'all to do is, I would hope that everybody kind of learning a lesson from all
I
this.
have.
And I hope that don't nobody keep putting charges on people telling on each other, all that old shit. I'm not into that. Y'all want to tell on me?
I ain't gonna lie, that part right there got to me because he's saying that he's not into that, but that's what they did to R. Kelly, trying to put charges on them, false allegations, talking about they want to give this man 100 years. So usually a real man ain't gonna do that to no man, no man. And he would have just dealt with R. Kelly man to man on the street, man to man on the streets. So when he said he's not into putting charges on people and getting a man locked up, make that make sense because I'm pretty sure that he knows that Larry was turning the information. And what man does that? You mean to tell me all because you mad at R. Kelly and all because these individuals on that side um, don't like R. Kelly that you gonna put these false charges on this man and go on surviving R. Kelly, do all these press conferences, interviews to try to take down the R&B legend, a legend who was as big as Michael Jackson over lies. But you just said that you're not into that. You very into that, Angelo. Because from day one, a real man would have just dealt with Robert Sylvester Kelly. Y'all would have dealt with that on the streets. You wouldn't have called no cops. No cops wouldn't have been involved. No surviving R. Kelly. No TV. None of that. It would have been two grown men dealing with their issues on the street. So please don't say that you're not into putting charges on another man and getting another man locked up, because you've been doing that for a whole 2.5 years. And everybody's going to get their karma for that. It messes me up when people say they don't want this done to them, but they will do it to the next individual. And let's just keep it real. I don't care if y'all jealous of Robert or whatever, but that man has worked for over 30 years very hard for the career that he has. He has worked his behind off without a handout. He didn't go sell drugs. He didn't go commit crimes. He didn't go out there robbing people. No, he went out there and he got it the legal way. The legal way. He didn't take the easy ride out and go commit a crime and go steal, rob people, stand on the corner and sell drugs. No, he used his talent. And that's why I believe a lot of y'all is so jealous of that man. Because even at 50 some years old, he had no record. Never sold a drug, never robbed nobody. None of that. None of that. So don't say that you're not the person that put charges on people and then get somebody arrested. Because that's what you've been doing. And you got all these other people to stand behind you and to do it as well.
You can tell whatever the fuck you think you know about me. I promise you it's a lot. But if you turn you on, then do it. Y'all have been victimized. I can't tell y'all what to do. But what I'm asking y'all to do, let the shit go. Because I guarantee you, if you walk away from it and don't involve yourself with having to get nobody else in trouble or locked up or reported, you're going to free yourself from this cesspool of shit.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you I stayed off this, I stay off this for a reason.
Well,
And
I feel like.
and I do that for a reason because you once you clear your mind of this, you're gonna be like, damn, I wasted this much time on this shit. Mm-hmm. Like I don't have nothing against all these supporters. Like I had to sit back and analyze what the fuck are you doing. My fight with R. Kelly and the ones that was around him in my motherfucking way when I was trying to get my door. I don't know fucking the Boast. I don't know goddamn Tyson. I don't know motherfucking Hollywood. Do I like the shit they said? Fuck no. But this is what I blame myself for. I never fought with them. So I shouldn't even have been in this shit to be allowing myself to get disentangled with a bunch of motherfuckers that meant nothing to the case. And for the dumb motherfuckers trying to think getting me in trouble stops the case, I don't have nothing to do with a fucking R. Kelly case.
Oh, wait, that's what I wanted to address. Let me address that real quick. Because when Larry said that in the chat just now about how he's had every victim over and all this other stuff, if you, Larry, interfere with this case, he has not gone to trial yet, we know, right? They're still investigating stuff. There's could be more indictments coming for you too, by the way. But all I'm saying is, if you interrupt or disrupt this case, you realize like your life is done. You're done.
Listen. I'm gonna say this. I don't play certain shit. He chose a battle. Let him keep choosing a war. I told him from the beginning, these people don't give two fucks about you. They give a fuck about who they lock up and the conviction. You can play with them people. You can make this shit personal. You can think you smarter than them. I fucking teach you. Y'all will read about his ass locked up again, fucking with them people trying to fuck with this case and claim all this shit that he did this, did that, did that. Let me explain something to you. In the federal indictment, and I had motherfuckers who sent me to prison. If they did not do exactly on the court what was supposed to have been done, and they would have been doing some goofy shit like being on here talking about what they did. I saw this, I saw that, I'm the one that did that. You know what that's called? Non-credible. Mm-hmm. He would be dismissed before he even get to court. They wouldn't even take him in there because they would have to let me go for even bringing up some shit he brought. So anything that he think he gave them, they probably can't use. They probably won't even bring it to court. So if he really want the truth, that's his hard truth of the matter. When you sit there and you talk about all this other goofy shit you did, and you taking credit like you're the fucking police or something. Let them do their fucking job.
Did y'all hear that? By Larry being a convicted felon, and you heard what he said. You won't even be credible. So all the information that you think you gave in, they probably won't even be using that in R. Kelly's case. So this is why they saying he messing up a case, because it's helping R. Kelly. And what it is it's proving that everybody's doing this, doing that, and that it's been a frame since day one. It's been a frame since day one. So when all these different people kept talking, and all those supporters of the other side going in and out of these chats saying this and that, uh, oh, he's on bit, we seen it, and this, that, and the, incriminating themselves. It's still a open investigation, and that's all I kept saying. It's still an open case, still an open case, and she's right. Larry could get some time too. He can get some time too. They don't care as long as they get a conviction, and it don't have to be R. Kelly.
And I made them do the job. So I don't know what the fuck went on. I can't give you nothing. I wasn't around none of that shit. They know not even fucking talk to me with none of this shit because they had to do their job. When they needed to see my shit, I provided my shit. But y'all have no clue how deep this shit go. And like motherfuckers think they more engaged than you. That's my family. You think I don't know what the fuck going on or what messages or backbiting conversations went on with that shit? I know it all. I get so much shit y'all just don't know, and I'm just gonna leave it as that. But that shit is goofy.
Well, let me ask you real quick.
And it also makes you wonder why Angelo is trying to separate himself from Larry. Why is he so hard on separating himself from Larry? Did y'all hear when he said you was the one, Larry, that went around starting with people's families? You the one that went around threatening people's families. See how fast Angelo threw him under the bus, right? But when I kept saying, everybody thought it was funny to be doxing people, putting out people's info, and they all used to sit over there in the chats laughing and joking. And Miss Denise is not playing because she was doxed, harassed, you might as well say bullied. But yes, she was doxed. Put out that lady whole information, her credit card information, her whole criminal history. Yes, Miss Denise was doxxed, and she got the videos. See, this is where people mess up. You can't say nothing about nobody going on a YouTube channel and just talking. That's not illegal. Anybody can go on their panel and say whatever they want. Everybody has freedom of speech. But no, when y'all start passing on people information and you sit there and you watch a person actually go through all her credit history and all her information and this, all them videos, you think people ain't out here taking that stuff and putting it up? And then when you in the chats and you like, yeah, F her and this, that, and the third, and that's called conspiracy. Because you didn't tell the person to stop or you didn't walk away. You engaged. So I already peeped through all this why Angelo is separating himself. He said he got too many phone calls of individuals saying that they were threatened, doxxed, harassed, etc., etc. And he don't want that next to his name. So why y'all think he's trying to separate himself now? When he could have said from the beginning to don't even go on YouTube and do none of this. But he claimed he did tell Larry, don't do this and don't do that. I don't understand how would Larry still be able to go on his platform and put all these pictures out of R. Kelly while he was asleep, put all these audios out of R. Kelly allegedly in the jail, being illegally recorded, if Angelo told him to stop? I don't get it. That's his daughter, right? So why would Larry still be able to go on his platform and to put out pictures and audios of her and Robert Sylvester Kelly allegedly if he told them to don't do it, stop? When people's sons start getting put in this and they kids, he should have said right then and there, oh no, no, this is too far. And people play parts in that. So if an individual feel a type of way and trying to get an individual in trouble for that, it is legal. Because at the end of the day, you wasn't supposed to lure nobody's kid, no matter if you was helping them, trying to right is right, wrong is wrong. If you wasn't trying to make up with that person and have him there with his parent or something like that, then no, it was for malicious intent. It was for malicious intent, straight up. And it's just crazy how everybody just sits around while people kids is being posted. People calling CPS on people like that's cool. What did that have to do with R. Kelly and the fight for R. Kelly? So nobody who had CPS called on them. Nobody. It wasn't cool on both ends. But at the same token, a lot of individuals knew this ain't cool, but didn't say nothing.
About that, Angelo. Did you? So he takes credit for changing Azriel's mind. Is that accurate?
Let me ask y'all this, y'all queen. He might have helped. I ain't gonna say he don't. I'm not gonna take shit from him.
Okay.
What Larry did was sat in the house and played Surviving R. Kelly. That's what Larry did.
Oh, it's true that he did do that. Okay.
Yeah, he did that. No doubt, no doubt. He wasn't lying about that.
Okay.
But let me.
And why do you think Angelo is throwing that off on Azriel? Because that's coercion. Why do you think Angelo's throwing that off on Larry? Saying, oh yeah, he did that. He the one that played Surviving R. Kelly. He the one that uh tried to get her to change her mind. He the one that did that. Because it don't make sense. Why would her father send her to Larry's for him to play Surviving R. Kelly when she could have went home to her parents and they could have played Surviving R. Kelly? That's the part where I'm confused at. He didn't really know Larry like that. They just meet, and you mean to tell me Azriel go stay at his house for a week just to watch Surviving R. Kelly? So from the beginning, they said she was still pro R. Kelly. So if you making her watch a show that she already knew existed, she already knew about it, ain't no way you gonna tell me that the show is what made her just flip. Now, did the show have something to do with it? Could have. But I don't believe that that was solely what it was. If y'all remember, Larry said he was showing her paperwork. Larry said that he was showing her documents. It wasn't just no surviving R. Kelly. He even said that he had the other victims talking to her and other parents talking to her. Come on, y'all. Go back from the beginning. We have to remember. He did not just say he had to watch it. Just know he said his wife, his daughter, they all was in her head, taking her out, taking her to this place. Isn't that like bribing? Isn't that like coercion?
Y'all all women. If you walk away from your man, right, and you go home.
I'm sorry, if R. Kelly abused her so bad, why would she need to watch a TV show to switch over? Why would she need to watch a documentary to switch over? If he abused her prior to her watching Surviving R. Kelly, she was pro R. Kelly, right? So why would she need to watch a documentary to change on R. Kelly? Make that make sense. If he was already abusing her, he was already abusing her. She would have changed. As soon as he went to jail, boom, I'm getting away because there was no abuse.
That's how fucked up you really was in this shit. You realize you was a damn victim. This nigga was really raping, fucking a child.
Mm.
How long before you go home in your house? And you come downstairs one day and you sit with your parents, or your aunts, your uncle, your grandmother, and you tell her the story. And you cry and you say you're gonna make this motherfucker, you're gonna tell your truth. How long? A week or 2 weeks? Y'all women. See, because once you leave, you already done.
Mm-hmm.
So what Larry don't understand was when Azriel, when I worked my ass off getting my daughter in November, which I told nobody. She was done at that point.
Okay, wasn't.
I
She didn't mad about anything extra. She was already telling her story, but she was just trying to keep shit out because she was young. She was with a fucking experienced man who was a superstar who she thought loved her. So like her and many other women out here, they're gonna cover up the bad parts and only give you a little bit of this. But eventually she'd have opened up.
Bye.
She opened up.
Mm-hmm.
If that was the case, she would have left when R. Kelly first went to jail. When he first went to jail, she was doing videos. Oh, I'm here for Robert. I ain't going nowhere. I'm riding with him. And he will be home. And I love him. And this, that, and the third. If he was doing so much abuse, she would have left from the get. She wouldn't have been going back and forth to see him at the jail or none of that. We seen a change in Azriel when it was time for Joycelyn to start doing her visitation. That's when we seen a change.
He didn't make her see nothing because he don't know what she been through. What
Right.
she saw was the same story he told somebody that was her mother age.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter being an intelligent young lady, she like, oh shit, he been telling this lie for 30 years and I'm only 20, 21. No, this ain't gonna happen. Then when people got the same exact story as you, that hit a nerve. It hit a part that only you know where it hit.
Right.
But for a motherfucker to get on behind my back and think he know more, or my daughter opened up more, my daughter didn't open up to no fucking Larry. He was talking to his wife and his fucking daughter, who is the same age as my daughter.
Wow.
So that's cool. That's cool. You need the credit. Play the game.
Yeah.
I do believe she was playing Larry too. I do. I believe Azriel is very manipulative and she manipulates everybody. She acts like a spoiled brat and she wants to be the center of attention. So with that being said, she manipulates anybody. And I believe she played Larry too. Yep, I do. I believe she plays everybody.
Let him
But
tell it
that's
back
the
with
thing.
you.
My daughter is gonna make her hate you, or she's gonna come out and tell her side of the story. And it ain't gonna be good.
Right. Because let him tell it she was confiding in him. And he was Uncle Larry.
Picture that. Picture that. Larry got another daughter he need to worry about confiding in. That's what the fuck he need to do. He need to worry about spending more time over there. The fuck you get on there and tell people my daughter did. He told both of you some shit like that. Like, what the fuck wrong with you, bro?
Well, he's like, how did I get his number then?
Yeah, who knows?
Yours.
What you mean, how you get my number?
I guess I'm assuming that's what he's talking about. He's in the chat talking about.
He got my number because he reached out to me on Facebook, on IG. Do I need to pull that shit up? That shit don't go nowhere. What the fuck is wrong?
Well, there's the answer to that.
How the fuck do you know me if I'm in Vegas? You ain't even know I was in Vegas.
Wait, so you saying he followed you to Vegas? So you weren't already in Vegas?
I was in Vegas. I had 9 goddamn young men with me working on a project.
Yeah.
Wow. That's shit goofy. I don't have to lie.
He said, that's a lie. I called you. Larry, you lie about everything. That's what this whole 2 hours has been about, all your lies. Like, remember the lie when you said maybe a year ago that they were harassing your wife, your girl at the time at work?
Oh, he said no. He asked how did they get the Homeland Security? Because my daughter probably gave it to him.
Oh,
What
okay.
do you mean? How you got it? You got it because my daughter probably gave it to you. Well, you might have got. How did you get it? Oh no, you needed the number. You wanted to get in. You wanted to talk to him. That's how you probably got it.
Okay. So wow.
And just like that, when he say they caught me at his house, he a fucking lie. They was calling me all the time. They was calling me all the time because they wanted to get my motherfucking shit and collaborate some of the shit that they needed, or phone records and all that. And they needed to get my phone. But they ain't nobody never caught me in front of no goddamn lawyer. And I had to talk to him and none of that shit. And no motherfucking R. Kelly didn't never call me in no motherfucking Larry house, or I called him, because I don't get fucking drunk. One, first and foremost. And called nobody drunk and called no motherfucking body. We was way past me calling him and him calling me or any of that shit. So that bullshit, that's another goddamn bullshit lie. Let me clear that up. And he told me, trust the process. Man, this man make up all types of goofy shit. That's some shit went on with Tim and goddamn Don or fucking Mason. One of the motherfuckers that told him that. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know what the fuck wrong with people, but they believe anything. And the crazy part, they'll believe Larry say, Uncle who motherfucker that was there.
And they still believe in him after all of this. There's somebody in the chat talking about, Larry, we need to hear your side. Like, do you not hear what we're saying? He is a liar. He lies about every single thing.
Listen what I'm saying. I'm not going to bash him to that part because I think Larry heart was pure. I felt his heart. I felt that he was pure. I think what happened was when this motherfucking shit got to people responding and people sending money, that's where I think shit went left. When you heard me first say, oh, he be coming to YouTube, that's when I faded away. I don't do that shit, man. I don't do messy. I'm not going to play these fucking games where you only ask certain questions. Ask the real shit. Ask the real shit.
He's like, why don't you come in, Larry? I dropped the link, Larry.
Listen, this is the thing. Let me tell y'all something. I have a picture when Larry first met me, right? This is how much he lied, right? And he keeps saying this shit. And I'm really going to bust out my motherfucking, my text message. I can show y'all my fucking call log that day. I'm very fucking cheeky. The day I was out motherfucking Larry house here, goddamn live, that man caught me and I had a conversation with him. He a fucking lie. They called my goddamn phone, wouldn't answer. So that shit with this nigga keep saying that, I don't understand what you're trying to imply, but nigga, let me explain something to you. I'm not no fucking rat, near rat, or come close to a motherfucking rat. So that shit, nigga, you keep trying to pump yourself to say, nigga, you can go out the fucking window with that shit.
Hold on, grown man.
When they call for me, nigga, they call for me to want my phone, to collaborate my daughter's shit, and everything else. What they supposed to do. That's my child. But one thing they tell you, I don't talk to him. We ain't gonna call Angelo. He don't really like to talk. He talking riddles. He won't talk to us. And that's my daughter in this shit.
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, Larry in the chat. In the panel. Go ahead, Larry.
Okay. Let's go through this one by one. Now go back over everything that you went through. You say I lied.
I ain't going back over shit.
Why? We're not trying to do that.
Talk about.
Okay, no, I lied about this. I lied about that.
You lied about saying you fucking sat there and brought my daughter home. You sat there and lied.
No, I've never said I brought your daughter home. That's not. Listen, bro. Don't you think I know that you was in Chicago and I was at home?
I don't
want to argue. I don't want to argue.
You're not arguing.
I want to tell the truth. I came on here for the truth. Because you've been saying I've been lying. You've been saying it for a couple of days. Came out of nowhere. So let's address it one by one.
No, it ain't out of nowhere.
Hold on. The people that's on my channel knew that I didn't bring your daughter home because I told them that you were in Chicago and something big was about to happen. I don't know yet because you didn't really tell me. You told me that you did. Hold on. You didn't really tell me. I didn't see Az until you was on down the road and you FaceTime me. It had to be 6-8 hours later.
It was that night.
That's the first time I had ever the floor. Okay, that's the first time I'd ever seen her, and everybody know that, right? Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go through all of them. I'm a lie. Let's go through all of them.
We did go through all
What's
of
the next
them.
one? What's the next one? What's the next one?
Hold on. You're not going. No. Listen.
I'm just trying to answer the question. I got accused of something.
No. You didn't get accused. What you answering is my question. Answer the shit you said. Answer the shit they are asking you to answer.
Okay. Hold on. No, because that was a lie. You gave an answer, and that was a lie. Okay.
What was the lie? Hold on. What was the lie?
Let me talk, bro. Let me talk. Okay. I asked, well, how did I get in touch with Homeland Security? How did you get it?
I remember you kept asking me for their fucking number.
Bro.
You kept asking me.
Bro. Really?
I'm asking you. Did I give it to you? Because I had it. I had it, so I'm not. That's not far fetched.
I want to listen. Hold on. I want to know how far you. Hold on. I want to know how far. I want to know how far you willing to go with this. You want to go all the way with this? You want to go all the way with this?
Yes, motherfucker, all the way.
That's what the people. Okay. That's what the people want, right? So Laura Calhoun's information, right? Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
I never had it.
Hold on. So you didn't tell me that when we was here and certain things happened that they didn't want to talk to me, and I said no. This is
who didn't want to talk to you?
They want to talk to me. You could have been joking.
Fuck no, nigga. You said you. Let me explain something to you.
Okay. Hold on. I got you. Hold on. You ain't gotta get mad. You ain't gotta holler.
No, brother.
You ain't gotta cuss. You had your turn. You've been on here for. Hold on. You've been on here for a whole hour.
You know what?
Wait a minute. You've been on here for. Now you wanted me to come on. You wanted me to come on the platform. Now I'm here. You want to say shit. Okay. Hold on. Now let's back this up.
One at a time.
We in my kitchen. Hold on. We in my kitchen. Right. We in my kitchen. And the goddamn Homeland Security called your phone. What did you tell me? You said people play on my phone all the time. I said, man, they probably ain't playing. Give you the number. I Googled the number. It was the Feds. They called you. You said they're going to call you later on in the week. And you told me it was the big guy out of New York, the one that's over the whole motherfucking thing.
That's the one needed.
Okay, what you lying on me for?
Hold. Because that's not what you said, nigga. You said motherfuckers called me and I had a conversation with them. And then when R. Kelly...
I don't know what the fuck you said to them. I ain't gonna lie on you. I'm not gonna lie on you. I don't know what the fuck
you said. You told the folks in them, nigga, that I fucking got a phone call from R. Nigga, everybody know the motherfucking people had to call me. That's a different.
Nigga, that's not what I told. Hold on.
That's not what you told. Hold on. You said R. Kelly called me and the shit went left.
Let me know when I can talk.
On the motherfucking phone and called the motherfucking peoples up. You're a motherfucking lie.
What the fuck are you talking about? Listen, what happened was we was in the kitchen and I told you, I said, man, call that nigga. We was drinking. Do you not remember that?
Bro, I remember everything.
Do you not remember? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you not remember that?
I don't use drugs, Larry.
Wait a minute.
I remember everything.
Come on, man. I ain't trying to argue with you. I'm just trying to answer the question because you got me out here looking like I'm lying. So we wasn't in the kitchen drinking. And I said, man, call that nigga. And you called, he didn't answer. You didn't say call again. And then we was looking up numbers trying to figure out because your daughter had cell phones in her number and we called. And that nigga answered the phone. Am I lying?
You're a motherfucking lie.
Oh my God.
Now let me tell you why you lying. Right, nigga, I had this nigga number.
Oh,
this why you lying, right? Do you know that I gave Cash his number? The fuck is you talking about, nigga? I've been had R. Kelly's number.
Oh,
the fuck is you talking about? Nigga,
man, okay.
That
same night. Hold on. That same night that we did that, did you not give me Don Russell phone number and I dialed *6 and call and play the game?
Yeah.
Oh, so that happened, but this didn't happen. Okay.
How do you think you got relevant?
Man,
everybody on here already heard me say, you got information from me.
Nigga, that ain't no goddamn information. Okay, since we going there. When fucking you had whatever conversation you had, who put all that shit together to send that shit over there to them? And then you came back, and then hold on, and then you came back and said they want to meet you. They got shit. They was like, who are you?
Listen, you're right. Listen to this.
Oh, all right. That's all we want to hear, baby. We keep going. We ain't got to talk about it no more.
You finished? What's the next? You finished? You get them all. Listen, let me tell you something. If you gonna listen.
No.
You had a fucking tool. Hold on. We're gonna get you this. We're gonna get you now, nigga. No, we're gonna
I fuck shit up and I'm unrelevant.
Yes. Listen. And mute him, because he tried to get on the case. Mute him, and I'm gonna answer this question. Then he can get back. All that loud talking shit you doing. Mute him, God.
I love you, bro. I love you, bro.
You don't love me, nigga. You don't love me. Listen, let me tell you why Larry got in it. And this lying motherfucker. Larry used to everybody know, because he told everybody. He was the motherfucker who get everybody information. When he tell you know who he said, Don Russell. Didn't I say I had a problem with the niggas that was around R. Kelly? Larry didn't know not one of these motherfuckers. When I'm up in Chicago, I gotta know who the fuck I'm around. That's what Larry came in for. That's the only part Larry played. So when Larry sit there and talk the shit and try to talk, tell him, you see, don't get off the phone, tell the whole fucking truth. Nigga, you was only there that the people wanted to see you because they wanted to know how the fuck you was getting people information. But you wanted to brag about it and talk about it and all this shit. And that's what got your motherfucking name in it, where you thought you was in it, this and that. But the funny part is, they couldn't even use your shit because you keep on fucking going on the internet saying this and that. You didn't do nothing but find out people information. What the fuck was that? Nigga, I needed it for me in Chicago. You went to Tim and them and Calhoun. I don't give a fuck about Miss Calhoun and none of that shit. I'm trying to get my daughter. So when you sitting here trying to act like you got something, or you did something, or you was a major part, tell the fucking truth. Nigga, you went on a program with the same motherfucker who locked up right now for you. That's who you got your program shit from. Nigga, I needed to find out numbers on my daughter. Did you get that for me? Yes, the fuck you did. Nigga, nobody never took shit that you did. You actually did from you. But nigga, don't run around this motherfucker acting like, nigga, we was in cahoots. We talked to the police. No, nigga, you wanted to be a motherfucking police. They had to do what they had to do to a father for his daughter. You wanted to insert yourself to so deep in this shit that you thought this was your way out. And it didn't work. So when you're on this motherfucker, you gonna tell the truth. Don't get here loud. You do the same shit on your channel. You try to go to one motherfucking point. But you ain't want to address none of this backstabbing shit that you ran around talking. Let's talk about you talking about telling somebody you financed me. You fucking brought my daughter tell you more than she tell me. Let's talk about, nigga, you talk about, I sat there and had a conversation with R. Kelly. You fuck all that shit alive. The fuck is wrong with you, bro? You goofy as shit. Then you get on this bitch and try to make a point off of, you should have just said, yo, I gave you all the information. I would have said, yeah, you did, bro. And you put that shit together and sent it in. That's what you did. You helped them with that. That was your thing. That one had nothing to do with me. Like your fucking channel, your money, and the shit you do, that's your shit. But nigga, don't mix me and you and try to play it together like, oh, I did this. You ain't do this shit for me, nigga. You did it for you. You did it for you. You ain't doing it for no fucking ass dog. You did it for Larry. That's what you did it for.
There it is. Indigo forever. I don't even know why you are here.
Because my daughter's shit. I was trying to find my daughter's shit. Is what we was looking for. That's why we had all the different numbers.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga done mixed that up with a whole different situation. What the fuck he talking about, man? This nigga goofy as fuck, man. But that's what niggas do. So I'm gonna tell you about niggas. The niggas always looking for help. when they do some fucked up shit. But see, you can't get no help over here. Because I'm 100 grand. When them motherfucking people tell you that, they told you that to your face. You wanted them people. You couldn't wait to talk to them people. Yo, call them people. Yo, I want them people numbers. You had your own agenda. They ain't had shit to do with me. Like, the fuck wrong with you? And when you seen that dollar get in, you went on a whole nother spree. So
yeah, I think
on here.
Yeah, I think that's where everything kind of took a change for from what I could tell, when that money started playing a part, when that whole defense fund started becoming a thing. Next thing you know, he's in bed with Dana. Next thing you know, he's in bed with Levi.
Cash that. Listen, I gotta say this about Levi, and I'm gonna give y'all this. Levi was a hard motherfucker to figure out from the beginning. But Levi been 100 from the whole motherfucking time of this shit. And I ain't gonna lie to you, he never disrespected none of the victims. He do have a problem with certain motherfuckers, but he always kept it respectful. That's a dude I could fight with all day long and know he on the other side because he kept it respectful. So I'm only gonna take up for people that I know about. I know about. He gonna definitely put some icing on the cake about this backstabbing shit. See, when people get on here and they need to prove a point and they don't prove shit, they go to one motherfucking thing, one thing, one event that I never denied, and I told y'all that in the kitchen. But all that I call R. Kelly, all that shit, and I called the people, you're a fucking liar. I had nothing to do with no motherfucker. Angelo Clary would not be in nothing that got to do with that investigation. If I never participate in nothing, I won't have to go to court. I never been to no grand jury, none of this shit. So this shit with these motherfuckers that need to be a part of something, that was his need. Now you need deep in it. Now you looking for help, or you want to be the victim, or you saying you. And now all the lies I said on my motherfucking video was 30 minutes. Did you see what I tell y'all when I tell you about a person that why I don't let him talk? Because when you get in here playing games, you went on one fucking thing. You ain't speak about my daughter being out there, the motherfucking finance shit, all the other goofy shit you told all your motherfucking people. You ain't addressed none of that. See, with him, he only needs to see one thing where we already addressed and said that part, and that's it. But I couldn't even remember where he got that shit from, but yeah, that's where he got it from. He got it because they couldn't figure out how the fuck he was getting the information faster than him. So you wanted that smoke out there. Me, I would have got the fuck out the way. I'd be like, no, that's it, shit, they done. But I mean, truth be told, you know, you wasn't really the main source of getting that. If we want to really tell the fucking truth, you know, the dude that really, you don't want to go there like really like. Trust me, man. This shit here got me so motherfucking pissed because I hate motherfuckers that get on here and play games. And this was his opportunity to get on here and probably say some real intelligent shit like, you know what? I want to apologize to everybody, man. Yo, man, you need to talk. Yo, it wasn't like that. Yo, we got to talk about some things. You got on here and talked about one thing. One thing. Let's talk about you saying you wanted to see R. Kelly free. Or let's talk about you thinking you can fuck up the case because you mad. You want to pick a beef with the feds. Because some shit you didn't do. Let's talk about the real shit.
Yeah, the last motherfuckers I was trying to fuck with.
Wait, what?
Is this called narcissism? What is this? This is a problem. Hey, somebody wants to know, Angelo. Let's see. Marco is asking, can you please ask Angelo about if Bozo, which I guess is Dana, got Azriel to not drop recordings? Bozo said he begged Azriel not to drop recordings.
Dana don't even talk to my daughter wouldn't even talk to no fucking Dana.
There you go, Marco.
Period. Dana don't know my daughter, never been around my motherfucking daughter. All that shit is a fucking lie.
What about Levi?
They might have been saw when she was going in court. That's it. My daughter don't talk to none of them, none of that. And they might have slid in the DM or some shit like that. She might have been nice talking to him, but that's it, man. That's as far as that shit goes.
Okay.
Just like I think somebody just said that when they was breaking up, Larry told them that they was going to put my daughter on, he was going to get them to talk to my daughter on the phone or some shit. Like all this goofy shit. You have never seen me promise my daughter the shit. Nothing. That's my daughter life, but she grown now. So whatever she want to do, I'm supporting. Whatever she don't want to do, I'm a support. I can't tell nobody on their channel, oh, I'm going to do this, or I'm bring my daughter over here. No, that's not it. When my daughter came home, after everybody knows she came home, and I went back to fighting for fucking the cause. I never deviated away. This ain't about Team Angelo. This was Team Truth that represented a big cause, not no small cause. I'm not over here feeling my ego, none of this. So he jumped on here to get on here to say what? Because you answered none of the questions. You didn't even address the shit that you thought it said to him. You got on your channel. First thing I would have did was address something to you by apologizing and we're gonna talk, let's clear this up.
You would think
this is where you know when people intent, he needed to do that for his people. Oh, see, I told y'all, we already said that, bro. We already addressed everything on here except the motherfucking part that where you got the motherfucking, the people wanted to talk to you. But you ain't tell them why you wanted to talk to them. That was it. But you was itching to talk to him. I said, damn, you want to talk to him? Yeah. And that's how you got on that. And did it help you? Because I ain't never seen a nigga so happy to talk to the people in my motherfucking life. And you make this shit a thing, like that's some good shit. When a motherfucker try to get you some real hard shit to protect you and your family, you took that shit and ran with it. And when Levi do speak out about it, I hope the fuck he address it all and tell the truth. And then you'll be up on his live, I guess, Leo talking him and yada 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 and about that shit. I don't play
speaking of Levi, people were asking also. So, have you ever met Levi? Have you seen him before in person?
No, I had.
Okay. So you're saying Levi, you've been talking to him, and you know that he's going to come live with some.
I think he's going to come live with something. I have a good rapport with Levi. You know, okay. I know that a lot of shit that people putting out on the man was lies. I don't, like another thing. I don't get to shit. That's not for me. That's for them to bash somebody and play the game. It's almost like when people want to know who you were. Yeah. Everybody kept asking you to go live in the chat, this and that. They needed to see you. Post your picture, this and that. You wouldn't do it. And I guess Levi got some of the things. I don't need to pressure nobody to see him. I can only speak on your actions. And if your actions is 100 with me, we 100. But if I see some fucking fugazi shit, I got a fucking problem.
So I'm curious about your rapport with Levi because, okay, so Levi comes on like he's the man's blood cousin or whatever, and he's basically, supporting R. Kelly. So you're saying,
no doubt, he's a supporter, but I think he's a supporter with an intelligent mind. Like he's not supporting him saying he's not guilty.
Right.
He's supporting him saying that he wants to make sure that got a fighting chance. That's what he gives to me. He if he's done this, I can't fuck with him. But I just want him a fighting chance. But I'm not gonna call nobody a liar, and I'm not gonna call nobody a this and that. That's what I see with him.
Right. So no, I guess that's the question too. Is he his cousin? I mean, have we answered this before? I'm not sure how to cover it.
I don't know. I don't know none of them.
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
I mean, Levi said that's his cousin, so I guess he's gonna be back against the wall, but he got to prove that to all the people out here.
Yeah, at some point he probably will.
But then let's get back to this. So now we sitting here talking. I didn't think because I hate when somebody try to take over the conversation and go nowhere. The first thing he should have got on here addressed was why the fuck was you talking about me to Debosky? Why did Debosky got recordings of me and you? Why the fuck was Dana on the phone on mute with me and you? All this shit is recorded shit that they putting out. So why motherfuckers running around, you trying to impress these people, impress the real shit? And let me tell you something, God. God, the same way you said the next day, you think, Larry think I'm a stupid ass dude. Like with my daughter shit, something popped up on the Twitter, and that's funny you said Twitter, because I never see Larry on Twitter. Well, funny shit is some shit popped up with her shit, her information, and all some shit that she just got what we talked about in her business shit, and it popped up on Twitter. I get it first thing in the morning from him. Fuck you get first one with it, and you won't be on Twitter.
Exactly.
Then 3 hours or 4 hours later, it's on the Boasty channel. See, nothing dumb about me.
Exactly.
I know when people make commentary because this is what you need. You can say whatever the fuck you want. It's fine. I can't prove it. It's fine. But I am going to get that motherfucker tracked down to where it came from. Yeah. I will get that. And I can't wait for it. The same way motherfuckers that pull my name up, my business name, I'm going to get that. They ain't got to worry about that neither.
So people, there's a debate right now on the chat because Larry wants to come back in. People are saying,
come back in for what?
Exactly. That's my point.
That's my point. You only want to come back in with your shit. Can't start with the shit you lied about. Because we wouldn't be here if you never said nothing to none of these people. I can show you in your chat from his main person right now who fucking said, Larry brought home my daughter. Now I'm turning my back on him. Oh, Larry financed you. You got Brooke and them talking about you financed me and you took care of me. Like you goofy. But you don't say nothing about that shit. So it's no debate. Debate just starts with the fucking lies.
How did he finance you?
Ask him. That's what I want to know. He financed his book. That's what his team thinks. That's what his whole motherfucking team thinks.
We'll give him. I'm gonna give you one more shot to come in here and do the right thing and be honest and accountable and humble about your situation. Okay,
bring him in. So
I dropped it.
So he can see.
I dropped it.
Can I say something?
And yeah, of course, Kim. But wait, before you do, I want to say also somebody else was in the chat talking about, oh, grown man can't get the chance to speak. Grown man has had he has a whole channel. He went live during this live and said his piece also. So don't come over here
5 or 6 times on live. See, listen, you gotta understand. That's why I told you he ain't answering questions. You gotta answer whatever the fuck they tell him to answer.
Well, I'm quiet.
Answer gonna come in here and answer the question humbly, with the knowing he needs to answer. All that old goofy shit, I don't get into that. I know Larry like a book.
Whatever you want me to answer, I'm here.
Ask me you gotta tell me what was said. I don't gotta ask some of these people on the panel to ask some of the lies that was out because I didn't even know about it.
It's too many lies, Larry. That's the problem.
Okay, well, what's the lies?
Okay, let's talk about me and your situation since we never talked about it. Actually, when you called me after the fact, like a year later or so, you said, I don't want to get into the bullshit. I just want to extend basically an invitation to, come on and help me. That was kind of that conversation. But I want to know from you, how come you didn't contact me when you knew my information, my family stuff was out on Twitter? I get a text from you the next day. Other people had heard from you the day before on Christmas and been told. How come you didn't come to me directly?
Do you know what I was going through on Christmas? That's the day that they dropped the video of my kids.
I don't know.
Okay, so we here. They dropped the video. Tyson and some other people dropped the video on my kids on Christmas. I was dealing with that all day on Christmas. Mocha and Neil know that because it was Christmas Day and they was telling me to go to the police station. Everybody knew that. That's what I was dealing with. But I don't even know your name now. I really...
Stop lying, Larry. You know of me. You know of me.
Listen,
I'm going to tell you now,
I do not know your name now.
You know who I am.
No, I do not. So you going to make me know you. I don't know you.
Let me say this. I
don't know you.
Okay, yeah, you do anything on your kids.
How would I know you?
Let me say this. Because we talk, and you know good and well,
you gave me your name. Your real name.
You have my number. You had enough information to find out what you needed to know. And you know you don't need but a little bit.
So I guess let me ask you this. Why would I do something to you? We didn't have no bad
because you needed something to give to them people you were bargaining with for hours on the phone. Like you had said.
Fucking kidding. And they said, give us. Man, listen. Hey, if you believe that, man, I don't know your name.
Why you didn't have to come to me just to hash it out in general?
Well, okay. Let me ask you this. If I gave your information out and your name out, why in 2 years no one has ever said it?
I didn't say you gave my information and my name out. I said you put pictures up of me and my family, and
I don't got no fucking pictures of your family.
You did have pictures because people came to me and said they was being circulated in your background, your back chats.
My back chat? Are you fucking okay? So it had to be people in my back chat. Mocha and Neil was in all of the back chats. There isn't a back chat that I had that they weren't in. There's several people that's in the chat right now. Have you ever seen me circulate Miss Scottish Dawn pictures, or anybody seen me with a picture, or anybody say, matter of fact, have anybody seen me say something negative about her until tonight?
No, anybody in the chat. You say slick shit all the time. You real passive.
I didn't even know you were still on YouTube, man. I don't bother you.
Okay, so you saw my post today.
Do you not got me blocked on everything?
Okay, how did you post my post today from community?
Because it got sent to me. Look at what she did. I'm like, damn, I ain't did shit to her. That's how.
Right, look at what she did. But I didn't mention you at all.
I know what you meant. You see what's going on tonight? I knew what you meant. Finally, somebody said, I ain't never done anything to you. Nothing. Angelo, you on the phone. What did I tell you? When this situation come up and I call you, what did I tell you? Will you tell her that? Can you at least clear that up?
I talked to Angelo about it, and I'm still not convinced.
He's left.
I'm still not convinced, Larry.
I didn't get your information up. I had
okay, all right. Look, for the record, you want to say that? That's cool. But I know what's up, and my discernment is
well, who has your information? Who has
you?
Why hasn't it came out? Has anybody said your name? That's not what happened. That's not what happened. Everybody knows what happened, but that's not what happened.
What do you mean everybody knows what happened?
I didn't have a fucking problem with you, and because I was talking to block.
You were jealous.
I wasn't talking to nobody. I tell us.
Did you call me after Jim Derogatis interview?
Did I call you? Yes, I was in your chat.
Did you call me after the interview that night?
Why would I call you after the interview? I went live, remember?
You didn't call me after the interview, John?
I went live. I used to go live.
You called me after the interview, and you talked to me about, you threw Lizette Martinez under the bus, talking to me because you knew we were hanging out.
Under the bus. I don't even know shit about her.
You said some shit about her, which I told her.
Well, what did I say?
I don't want to put her business out there.
But she never told me that. But she did tell me. She did tell me she was. Wait a minute. She did tell me she was on your channel and you didn't give her that money that I raised and donated over there.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you about the money. Let's talk about the money since I'm gonna mute you so I can talk about this because I'm not gonna have you overstep me. If you want to get off, cool. But if you want to hear what really happened, then you would stay and listen.
Why people mute me?
I don't even know. I shouldn't have to mute you. Well, I won't mute you, but just be quiet and listen.
I'll be quiet.
Okay, so you donated. Okay, I have a bunch of people donated because I asked people to donate because I wanted to give her that money. Now, anybody who gets money from YouTube knows that they pay on, I think, the 21st of every month or whatever. One day a month they pay out. And depending on when that money is dropped, it could take 2 months before that money comes in. So that very night after that very live, I gave Lizette Martinez $500 in cash in an envelope and sent that with her with some other gifts. That $500 was out of my pocket. That was a gift to her. She called me later and cried and told me she needed it and thank you and all of that. It was all good. I never advertised that. So when I did get the money finally, because she had other people calling me about it and making it seem as if I was holding it from her, when in actuality, I was waiting for it to come from YouTube. So when the money did come from YouTube, which was about $140, I sent it to her. And you can ask Diva the Divine Light, because she was in the middle of all that, calling me back and forth about it. So what else you got to say?
I don't really got nothing to say. I didn't know all that. And if I'm wrong, then I apologize. See, when I'm wrong, it's easy.
Somebody's asking you Lizette work. When I met Lizette, she was working at a hotel. When I met Lizette, I took her to dinner
I get
in Hollywood. Matter of fact, I actually arranged for fucking TMZ to talk to her because they were outside the restaurant. I played manager. She wanted me to manage and PR her because I manage. That's what part of what I do. So when I went and I got her, TMZ, some coverage for that, we talked, we hung. But what happened was y'all started bullying her because I guess me and her were getting too tight. Yes,
we bullied her.
Sam called her after that LaBelle Jones interview and went ham on her because your wrench got taken from my channel. Okay? Your Sam, yes, did that. I tried to explain to Sam after the fact because I was like, what?
Why did you take my wrench away?
I took everybody's wrench away. It wasn't just you. And if you had waited and been patient.
Why you been mean? Why you been being mean to me? I didn't do anything.
What are you talking about being mean? I haven't been doing anything.
No, I'm serious. Why was you being mean to me? I didn't do anything to you.
What do you mean being mean? I haven't been mean.
Take my wrench. You said
I took everyone's wrench that night because that was when my pictures and stuff had came out like 2 days before. So I took everybody's wrench. I had changed my phone number. And at that point, I was like, I can't talk to anybody. And that included Angelo, you, Mia, Mocha, everybody. I cut everybody off. Okay, that was not personal. And I think that's a lot of what your problem is. You personalize everything. You personalize my post. It didn't have your name in it. It didn't say nothing about your situation. Like, I don't even understand why you would post my post.
Let me ask you a question. Well, what was the post about?
So apparently you don't listen to any of my lives because we talk about UFOs.
I told you.
Lately we talk about UFOs. And so when we talk about UFOs, the last live on Wednesday, I was excited because the government is disclosing information. They're finally disclosing UFO information publicly. This is something that excites me. Of course you didn't know that. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. I've been under attack all week.